aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends, make sure to hit the like button when you come in. Flint, Michigan, a little town not too far from Detroit that was stricken with poverty. Not only was it stricken with poverty, but it had one of the most bizarre water crises that our nation has ever seen. And what makes it so bizarre in Flint, Michigan is that officials that were in office knew of this, to the point where they actually started taking bottled water home and not utilizing the water, but they neglected to tell the people of Flint this. Lawsuits were filed and money was awarded, but it doesn't change the psychological effects of what occurred in Flint, Michigan. I empathize with those people because it feels as if they were left alone. And if you look into Flint and what's currently going on there, crime, poverty, it exists. And something needs to be done. Now, we've made some changes. We've got new mayors, but we still have problems there. And I wonder why. Is it because the demographics? People were left clueless with water that smelled like chemicals. And this is what they were using for their body. Children were affected by this. And I still say to this day, shame on those officials and everyone. And I don't understand why there weren't more sentencing, because they failed to help the people of Flint, Michigan by taking a shortcut. They know what they did. So fast forward, we want to remain optimistic, even though there's effects that will linger in Flint for days. Fetal deaths rose by 58%. That, to me, as a human being, is troublesome. So in comes the new mayor, Sheldon Neely. I actually called the mayor's office, but ironically, I did not receive a return phone call. We have that right. But nonetheless, in comes Sheldon Neely, and Sheldon Neely has all these accolades, and he promised to make a difference. And I, watching, because I'm aware of what's going on in state and local officials, and I urge everyone to do the same. And I thought Sheldon was one for the people. But in comes Chief Barton. Chief Barton served as a firefighter for slightly under 40 years, if I'm not mistaken, about 34 or 35 years. There was a house fire in which Chief Barton was present, and firefighters cleared the scene. However, on the second floor, there were 2 children that were found that did not survive, and they died from their injuries. Now, Barton is adamant that his boys in blue wanted him to falsify his statement and state otherwise. And Barton was against that. And you would want to be against that, right? So what does Neely do? Because he was desperate to win his election, he terminated Barton without a conversation. Barton refused to falsify statements because firefighters were negligent, and he wanted to be honest, but Mayor Neely released him from his duties. Chief Barton is now suing for $10 million, and I hope that he is awarded every single penny. Now, when it comes to the people of Flint, I urge you all to get involved with your local and state council, because if this is the party that's mayoring you, I totally made up a word, then you might need to make some adjustments. To Barton and his family and friends, I wish them well on their lawsuit, and kudos to you for standing up for what's right, and shame on you, Mayor Neely. As always, make sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe.